Nice.
Yep. So, we were in the middle of combat. Today
Indeed we are against this plant monstrosity thing.
I should not have given it this much health.
Nope.
So we'll start at the top. Because, good golly, this is taking forever. Honestly, I didn't think that this fight would be this long, but that's my fault. I messed up.
That's my rule for initiative.
You're at the bottom, my dude.
Oh. Damn, that's okay, I guess.
Alright, Oreos. This thing is looking very injured. Thank goodness.
Alright then. That being the case... I'm going to... Let's see here... Like, how bad does it look?
You can see that a lot of the attacks that your fellows have been doing are finally hitting, and some of the resistances, I will say, are starting to break.
Alright then. Okay, in which case, I'm going to pull out the big gun.
Alright, what's the big gun?
Let's see, I'm going to cast Wish to replicate the spell, the 7th level spell, Divine Word.
Whoa! Yo! Okay. Hey, you know, it was nice being here with you guys.
I needed to make a charisma saving throw.
Oh lordy, okay.
It was wonderful to be an addition to this temporary party, you know? Good to see you.
You said
I mean, to be fair, our magic
charisma.
use is like the hardest hitter.
Charisma saving
And to
throw.
be fair, it could just roll the save and then...
I don't think it will.
I mean, that's basically the whole reason why this fight's been taking as long as it has.
That's a fail. Tell me, does it have 50 HP or fewer?
No. Would you like it to?
It depends, because basically the power of this is dependent on how much HP it has left.
523 HP.
Wait! It's out of how much?
Out of 1,057.
That's stupid. That is stupid as hell.
I thought that you guys were going to be so heavy hitter, and then people been out. So I apologize.
Whoa!
I actually have.
Up again?
I have actually been doctoring the HP.
That
it was at 3,000.
So
that is bonkers.
I apologize. That is my fault.
How about you?
As usual.
How about you wish it to have less HP? Golly.
You guys got it to a third of its health. I'm impressed. I apologize.
God damn.
I have not ran higher level stuff yet, so
it's
I've been here this whole time. Just look, either it dies or I die, and I've gotten close to dying a few times now.
is why
I'm
I
with
gave
you,
you
man.
Gamma.
Okay,
Lord.
I have a better idea actually.
Okay. What would you like to
I'm
do?
go. What is its Okay, I'm just need to do one last thing
Okay.
with your permission.
Go for it. If it's batshit crazy, we do that here.
Let's see. Just need to. Wrong way. Okay, is that higher than its AC?
Yes.
Okay, then we can count that failed Christmas throw as me hitting it and casting it with plane shift. Just bamf it away.
It's
Send
gone.
it to. Send straight to hell.
Hey,
Funnily
Gaster,
enough,
thanks for being here.
Yo,
don't worry,
man,
Gaster will be useful in a different way.
Immediately, like, flips out of existence.
like
You
I
guys-
show up, all right, I'm ready to fight this thing, and then immediately just like it's gone, it's clean shipped out of here. It's like, well, I did what I needed to do. See you guys later.
The portal opens to the Seven Hells. It disappears. The portal disappears. Congratulations, you've won.
Congratulations, guys! You beat the boss.
I will now sadly post the I will definitely post the revised version for
Sometimes you don't need to. Sometimes you don't need to bring in 0 HP. You just need to remove the problem.
yes.
Sometimes banishments and plane shifts are all you need. Is there a duration on that, or is it just gone?
It was not in its home plane.
Yeah, no. So it is gone forever.
No, you jinxed us.
There it
You
is.
jinxed us. No, why? Why did you say it? All
If
right,
anyone
boys.
wants to use it, there it is. Please don't use it. It was a problem.
Too bad. I'm using it. Let me see it.
It is.
Yeah.
Nah, that's fine.
That is the revised version of it. I'm not sending you the unrevised version.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm noticing, I will say, I can tell this is the revised version because I'm noticing that there's a considerable gap between piercing, bludgeoning, and lightning damage. Almost like there's a whole damage type missing.
There's at least 3 actually.
I'm
Whoa.
willing to bet that it was, I think, I'm gonna say probably not slashing. Would have been funny if it was
My
slashing.
lord, what? That's at 575. I don't even think the Tarask has as much.
You can tell that there are edits to this one, outside of the fact that now it says edited at the bottom.
The Tarask has 990 HP. Whoops.
Yeah. That thing on base is like half of that. This is
I have also been giving you guys funny magic weapons, so...
Oh, okay. Well, I guess that's
Also,
something.
if you can...
Define funny, because I have a longsword +1 as my magic
That
weapon.
is
Of- Yeah,
true.
we have like rare as the highest instead
I-
of it's level 17 where we would normally have be kitted out with legendary and maybe an artifact or two.
Should have given them the tech.
That is one of the few downsides, though, to starting this far into a campaign, is that a lot of the good stuff comes from the build-up.
I apologize. I do not know how to run this. This is my first time.
It is okay.
I'm
It is
trying.
Oh, yeah,
good.
you're good,
I
Kai.
will
Yeah,
do
oh
it.
no, Kai, ultimately you're good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Well, I'm gonna wait.
Alright. So,
It could. I have done worse.
Yeah.
This one will be used for later. We're not using that one now. Anyway, so you guys have beat the boss. In front of you, the teleporter pad appears and glistens. You also see that the Gamma cookie, starts walking back to the base camp. It seems to be creating a snow channel. and the snowstorm has died down.
Well, now that the
Hmm.
snowstorm is cleared, I guess the first thing first would be to survey for anybody else that was in this, because I remember hearing. This is a while ago, to be fair, but I remember there being at least one other thing out here that wasn't cinnamon.
Not that I remember.
That's okay. I've been wrong once before. I'll be wrong.
I mean, there is a
Unironically,
cavern
it's fine.
near the
I don't
teleporter
remember.
pad if you would like to go and look at that.
Yeah, sure. I'll go take a peek at that.
Virgil, you climb down into the cavern and you see that there is just a bunch of males, male drow, question mark, that are just intoxicated and just laying all over the place. They're alive, but some of them look like they've been either beaten up or had part of their. They look very much dehydrated.
Uh, I mean, they look terrible. I assume that they're women in the previous town probably drove them out.
No, these were the men that that Cinnamon pulled into
They
using
probably will be getting
pheromones.
driven. Oh, I was gonna say they probably will get run out of town, not because the women hate them or anything, but because they're very demanding carnally.
It is what it is.
That's true.
They were. They seemed to be very needing of these men back, so I'm certain they'll find their way.
If they, since they do look a bit dehydrated, I can always spot them some water, some warmth, literally anything that they need.
Some of them do look like they have come around, and and they thank you for the water. Thank you. We'll try to make it back when we can. As one of them just collapses back into what looks to be like a pile of just like more of this weird rot. It's like pink. If you touch it, it is literally rose water taffy. If you've had anything rose water, you know that's fucking gross. Tastes like soap.
Ew. Well, I'll give them whatever they honestly could use. And once I've known that they are doing okay, like better than they currently are, honestly, I'll go and just I'll let them know where they can get out of here, how they can, where civilization is, and all that fun stuff.
Some of the men are starting to help others get out of their days, and some of them are able to help others out. Virgil, you get back out and you see Oreos. Haliphatos is nowhere to be seen, and Glenn looks incapacitated at this time.
Dang, I can't believe we misplaced half the party at this rate.
Yeah. we can either journey on to the next layer or go back to the Drow village to recuperate.
Hmm. I don't know what the best course of action is for this. I just, if we go, we just have to hope that the rest of the group knows where we went. I mean, we did agree on where to go next, but
I believe we will be fine.
you're more than likely correct. I I feel a lot better knowing that these guys in the cave over here got home safe.
Very well then, let us escort them back to the Drow village.
More and more
All right.
men come out of the hole, and you find that there is a channel through the snow that Gammoth has, the Gammoth cookie has actually bore through.
Hmm.
And there's a direct line between here and the Drow village.
Hmm. Now I'm just wondering why it didn't take the form of an animal cracker.
It was an icing covered animal cracker.
With all the icing all over the place. Insane. Hmm. Okay. So like we said, since there's like just a straight path right now, that's really good that they can get back quickly. So if we need to get moving, we can do that fast. So I will take responsibility of that one first at the very least.
All right. So,
That way, at the very least, everyone else can take care of other things.
as you are escorting some people out of the cave, you notice that off at the distance, I'm just gonna make that they're not being subtle at all. Some people are coming with carts. It's the women of the village coming to collect their men.
Okay.
Oh, good.
So,
I'll flag them down, do what I need to get their attention, whatever it is. I mean, it's a straight open road. It's not like it's going to take much to let them know where we are.
nope.
And then we'll go and put the men on, see what else is, I'll see what else is needed, and then we can go on our merry way.
Eh, it's not that hard. It really is not that hard to put men onto carts and get them fed, at least long enough for them to take the journey back to their families. Uh, do you go? Do either one of you go back into the cave?
Sure.
All right,
Yeah,
Oros,
I will join in going back into the cave.
Oros and
Mm-hmm.
Virgil, you guys journey back into the cave, and um, just like what I put in here, inside is a copy of her spear slash halberd.
Neat.
Weird that she
I'm
had.
certain that will make I'm certain that will make a martial character very happy.
When Glenn wakes up, I guess. Or Virgil could take it. Who knows? If you
Yeah,
have
I'll take.
if you have access to her spear, you get the double swing and the heavy attack. But if you have the ability to jump, you can do the piercing attack, which I realize I removed. Why did I do that? Anyway. Basically, it's a jump and then point the spear down and stab. Anyway. Or you can sell it. Who knows? You might get more money out of that.
Yeah, that is true. Could get more, but I'll hold on to it and let Glenn or Hal or honestly whomever at this point have the final say in that one. Mainly because I don't know if it'll benefit them.
Understandable. Oreos,
Yes.
you feel magic coursing through one of your items. Would you like to check?
Yes. I will check that out.
You get an extra charge at the rubber ducky.
Pretty good.
And the teleporter is ready for you guys to go at any time.
Well, then let's go then.
Do I spot Gaster's character?
Not yet.
Not
He's
yet.
on
Okay.
the next layer, I swear.
Okay.
There's a reason why he's on the next layer. It's great. Anyway. So off you go to the next layer. And this layer is considerably more temperate than the last. It is bright. It is sunny. There is no trees, sadly.
Huh.
However, all around you and underfoot, there seems to be a slight wetness. You look around and you see gigantic star-like tidal pools.
Hmm.
And you see jawbreakers, easily the size of a man, just sitting around, some open, some closed.
Hmm.
And off in the distance, if one of you guys has the ability to see very, very far, the teleporter sits. It's inactive, but it looks to be a straight shot.
Hmm. All right.
Oh. Here's hoping it's just something simple.
And you see off to the side of the very straight shot a cart with two women in front of it. Looks like they're talking to somebody. And let me get the images. It's not very hard to see, I promise.
Oh, look over there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What else is around this area? How else would you describe this place?
This place is, majority of it looks flat. There is slight rolling dunes of sanding sugar. It is dotted with tidal pools that look to be in the various shapes of stars. along with small, medium, large, humongous jawbreaker boulders. Some of them look hollowed out, some of them don't.
Okay.
Here
How
it is.
DM, what would it take to easily notice which ones are hollow and which ones aren't? Would you recommend like just
Investigation
individually
check?
searching each rock or kind of just being able to, I guess I can't really call it a nature check because I'm not familiar with this nature.
You can just use your eyes. Investigation or perception, whichever is your best.
Hmm.
Also, those are the two girls in front of the cart.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Uh, you said investigation or perception?
Whichever is your highest.
Can do.
Oreos, you can also look around.
Investigation.
Alright. Wow, those are some really fucking high rolls. Alright. So, you notice that the majority of them are like more than a third, 2/3 are hollow. Some of them look
Hmm.
like they are snapped shut. Like it's hard to tell, but it looks like two halves are pushed together.
Ah, I see. They're jawbreaker clams.
Anyway, Oreos. You actually get close enough to one of the jawbreakers, and you see one of them turn, and an eye looks up at you before it
Interesting.
closes its shells.
Hmm.
Oreos, have you
Strange.
ever been to a. Has your character ever been to an ocean?
I mean, probably.
That's not a clam eye.
Huh.
And with that 27, you notice that's an octopus eye.
Strange. Oh, I see now.
It's not very hard to see that something's living in these. Some are
Mm-hmm.
big, some are small. Virgil, in the tidal pools, you notice that there are large amounts of treasure. Vases, coins, possibly larger items further in.
Uh, so when the, so they're like, would you describe them as like sparkly treasures?
Yes, more so
Okay,
than the
so
sand around them.
when the light kind of hits them and hits off of them and into my eyes, I'll kind of like instinctually double take at it and then approach it.
All right. The water here seems awfully clear. It's not like the fondant rivers that you've been dealing with. It looks like a sort of syrup, much like what you encountered earliest in your adventure.
Ooh, odd. Kind of not really sensing anything dangerous, just seems normal for this area at the very least to me.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I'm going to instinctually go and try to grab this twinkling treasure. If it's buried, using my hands to try and dig it out from the ground.
You do so. And it's like a hand sized golden coin. A
So,
treasure, if you will.
a treasure. What an oddly specific way to describe it. I will inspect the coin.
The coin looks like any other of your golden coins, except a lot bigger.
There's no noticeable foil wrapping on it.
Oh no, all your coins are like that.
Okay. I figured as much, but I also figured I should say something just in case I am wrong.
No, you're good.
Okay, though. Um, yeah, no, I pocket it.
All right. Gaster.
Yes.
You notice two new people admiring the tidal pools. And you've been talking with the only set of locals that you've found.
You see that like as he eyes them, uh, under his breath, just showtime, and he's like kind of fixing up his like tie and everything, and you just hear like a one little clap, just kind of beckon to everybody, like, "Hello, everybody! I see that you're admiring the whales. I know the merchandise is quite astounding, isn't it?"
Uh,
Hmm.
Virgil's immediately going to be surprised by this because I don't think he saw
It was from the
or even
cart.
really knew.
It seems like this is coming from the cart.
Yeah, like shoot up, kind of like quickly dart towards the noise. It doesn't sound like deceitful or like coming off as like a two-faced, I guess is the way to describe it, but it doesn't
Oh no,
sound like it's something aggressive, like like how do I describe it?
it is inviting.
Yeah, it's like it's inviting and it doesn't sound to me malicious.
Would they see the person who called out to them,
Uh,
or is it just a voice in the car?
for now, it's just a voice. Because they're not close enough.
Well, come forward towards the cart. If you're so interested in staring, it means you're curious.
I will approach because yeah, no, that fits me to a T right now. I am curious.
When you approach the cart, it will open up, and you would essentially see a mobile vendor in a cart where little dazzling lights and sprinkles, kind of like dancing light cantrips, all with a sign that says "Sweet Freedom" plastered on, and it's almost essentially kind of sort of a neon light kind of vibe. The person in front of you that you'll see, a guy kind of chocolatey with occasional little bumps all around him. He is kind of wearing those kind of like showman robes with the little twin tails at the end. Um, Pompous, kind of all dazzled in like kind of memorabilia and kind of like not ornaments, it's like jewelry and all the sorts. Uh, he kind of holds like some sort of cane, not really much of a walking cane than a showman's cane, where like it's like a very large kind of a crystal rock stick, and at the top of it you would see a kind of orb, uh, with kind of like almost looks like an eye, uh, that kind of like moves and kind of stares at you. You'll see this caricature uh, with eyes that almost kind of look pale, almost like as if he's got some sort of blindness going on. And he kind of like just gives you a little look and a happy, like almost rather uncanny smile. Let me get a good look at you. Oh, fascinating. You don't look like you're from around here, friend. Might I get your name?
You would be correct. I am not from around these parts. Come to
And
think of it,
I
you
would.
really aren't from here, if that makes sense.
Oh, I understand. You aren't from around here. Well, I would like to make your acquaintance as the first introduction to this land. Gives you like a little wink. Uh, and again, may I catch your name?
Virgil.
Virgil. Quite a strong and powerful name. I enjoy that greatly. Well, you might know me as Ramses von Golbra, and I have everything for your desires. Now, I don't like to small talk too much. I've done it so many times I realize it's not really much my tea anymore. I like to get down right to the practice. Tell me, what is it that you desire? Power? A little bit of force on your journey. You'll like show up like a dagger that kind of like glows and hums. You kind of like flicks it, and the hum just becomes like intensified. Or do you like the jewelry, say gold, the platinum, the stuff that makes all the ladies catch your fancy? And like all types of jewelries and stuff just kind of appear out of his hands. Or do you wish conversations? Conversations from long, long ago with people you'd like to see once again. I got it all. You need it only just ask.
Uh, Virgil's really, I'm gonna say alarmed by the questions that were, the flurry of information and questions for that matter, that were thrown his way.
And he just kind of stares at you, uh, kind of like he's kind of more like leaned onto the kind of, I guess you could say, desk like area where he would like put stuff on and you can just grab from. He kind of like has his hands on it. One's just kind of like lying on the table itself. Another one is kind of propped up on his face as he just kind of like rests his head on it and just kind of stares at you. And he doesn't blink, not even once. There's not even like a sort of twitch to blink. He just doesn't as he just stares.
You're a very, frankly, normal person in comparison to everyone else we've come across.
Really?
Surprisingly, uh, no, we simply are trying to get through these areas, primarily just so we fully understand the severity of the situation we find ourselves in. But
So you require a guide, one to help you along in your journey amongst these lands.
in a manner of speaking, you would be correct.
Hmm,
A lot of
a
us
guide.
don't come from this part, especially.
That is quite understandable. And honestly, you are quite new people. I've never seen any of your statures in quite a while, Virgil. But of course, you need a guide, and of course, I've been here for as long as I can remember. I can be your guide, but it is not for free, I have to say. Along with many other places here, business is business. You need a way, I can show it to you. You need the key to the door, I can open it for you. But you still need the key, and the key requires money. What do
And
you have that you're
how
willing to offer?
how much money are we talking for one?
Well, I accept a lot of the money, the gold, silver, copper. But sometimes, if you want the best experience, you offer something more substantial, and I can provide.
Um, Virgil's gonna kind of like pat down his pockets that he just put the coin in real quick.
Orios, would you like to step in on this, or do you want your friend to your your
First
comrade
off,
to do
I'm
it?
going to make an insight check to get the measure of this man.
All right, insight versus deception. Let's go.
What is so you want? And I guess I'll roll. I'll make a roll for this.
I'm not very. I take most people at face value. That's my character.
That's
That's completely
understandable.
understandable.
Maybe
So,
2 in insight.
um, so I should believe
Wait,
this would be the number. Oh wow! Would you look at that? Whoa!
Well, look at you two. How does this work?
I guess.
no, that was a previous roll.
Yep. Oh.
Oh, that was a.
Oh
Oh, oh.
no.
Hmm.
So what you get from so what you get from this role is honestly nothing more than just a short welcome. A guy who, I mean, being the first introduction, is quite the talker, quite the asker, asking of what do you wish and what you want. But it's a business. It's like any other businesses around here. They want to sell, they want to buy, and they're happy to provide as long as there is the money in here. It's kind of hard to gauge what else is up with this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
What do you have monetarily or anything else for Ramses, Virgil? That was out of the character. I'm not talking to you breaking the fourth wall.
I would not do this.
Puts
Looks
puts
directly
down.
at the camera and winks.
Puts down the spatula, brings up the mallet. No.
What will you be paying in blood?
What will you be paying with? If you have
Yes,
nothing, if you there is nothing, then money will always be fine.
I will put up my finger being like, wait a second. I'm going to quickly search the pocket I just put the treasure in. Pull it out and say, I'm not aware of its value, but well, fully. It looks like an ordinary coin, but of decent value, decently high value.
Does that coin look of any importance or just kind of have any sort of intrinsic value to it that I would
It's
know of?
a
It's
giant.
shiny.
It's a giant golden coin.
Well, Randy will see this and he kind of like has a little smile going on, kind of just like studying it. Where did you get such a coin like this?
I came across it fairly recently.
Oh, don't we all come across things very recently? He kind of like holds his hands out. Well, that is quite an object that I would accept.
I will. I would happily like to make a trade with you then. I would like
And
your services as a guide in exchange for some of this treasure.
perfectly worded. He then holds his hands out.
All right.
Kind of
You
like
have
waiting.
my. Do I have your word then?
You have my word that when I accept this coin, I will be your guide and your quote unquote companion for the duration of this journey.
That is acceptable,
Hmm.
and I will place the coin in his hand.
Then he takes it,
Hmm.
and then from that is wonderful, that is splendid, friend. Well, in that case, we can get ourselves started just quite a little bit. I did see that you and your other friend, he kind of like winks at the other guy, uh, have been quite eyeing up at the merchandise out in front. Is there any questions you have about such enticing figures? Kind of like,
Uh.
kind of gives
Okay.
you like a, he's like raising his eyebrows, like, as he's like, as he said that.
I suppose one of the first things I could ask is what can you tell us of any possible dangers around these parts?
DM, this is where I call upon your aid about the
Alright.
dangers and the ongoings of this area, seeing as my guy here has been here for quite some time.
While you haven't been able to move from the Slayer, you get whisperings of your ear that there is a large predator that needs to be dealt with, so that you and these two ladies that sit in front of your cot, not exactly doing much other than talking, can move on to the next layer, as their help is needed elsewhere. And you get this information directly from the higher ups.
So you see Ramsey's kind of like ponder and he's kind of like just kind of having a big think. Uh, well, there is one very obvious part. This place is not in its all self quite a peaceful land. There is quite at least one grand danger that lurks around here. I haven't been able to move from here for quite some time, same with the ladies. This danger isn't one you could really skirt around. This one needs dealing with, one that needs force. Seeing as you two are here, and honestly, quite an experienced looking lads. Another wink. I figure that you and I could provide just the medication for this spectacular creature.
You seem. It, hmm. I was like trying to think. I'm like, what do I? How do I want to phrase things?
How do you want to phrase it to this guy?
Yeah, it's like I feel like I need to be very particular about what I say, how I say. Oh, okay, this is a fun.
This is a fun conversation.
Oh God. Uh I Virgil being, of course, Virgil,
Mm-hmm.
it is eager and always willing to help people, help these women out, and quickly kind of like glancing over at them, being like, okay, what what could they need help with at this moment in time? Like,
As he mentioned, this help is just to deal with a big creature. He didn't really say much more uh, than just quote unquote deal with this creature. But there is one that is in the way from progressing this floor that needs to be dealt with. He is essentially saying that him, you, and the wizard, uh,
The
could,
wizard.
the wizard could be quite the help needed uh, just to take care of this monster. He kind of recognizes or notices that you guys are quite capable, being the level 17 people.
Glad I installed that UI thing that lets me see what level you guys are. Okay. Um, no, Virgil, uh, being a man who simply wants to help people out in the world and sees that there are right in front of him just two people that need help. He, I'll ask what is needed of me in that regard, and I will go.
That is what I love to hear. That's wonderful. But I have one more question before we can get ourselves started. And he kind of points over to uh, Oreos. Oreos.
Yes.
Are you all together, or is this more of a separate purchase?
We are traveling together.
And do you have any objections to me being your oh so helpful guide?
No.
Wonderful. In that case, we can get ourselves started. How far out would you say the creature is? Or if there's a, what would I know the direction in general of said creature?
Due to your being here for a little bit longer than they have, you know that you don't go towards you don't linger around the tidal pools. That's why you've set your cart so far away from them. But you also know that the creature likes to attack during the night. Like a bastard.
Ah, yes, the bastards who like to just whack people in the back of the heads when the darkness is around. And is that really all I can really get from this?
You've not really had
Uh,
a lot of run ins with this monster because the monster doesn't really care for you, weirdly enough.
uh,
Mostly because you
because I'm
haven't
not,
been causing problems.
not enough of the bastard for this guy. I got it. You see, he's kind of like pondering a little bit. The creature here is a bit of a different one. I don't know how many you've come across. I assume quite much, knowing your experience. But the creature here is grand. Those tidal pools you might see around here, do not go near them. That's one of its many ways of strength. This one does not like coming out in the daylight. I can never really ascertain why such a thing exists for this creature. Its aversion could be one of many reasons. You would only find it in the nighttime. A bastard of a creature. Do you happen to see in the dark well?
Yes.
Not really.
Do you have a light to shine?
It's a fantastic question to ask.
Do you have a torch or a lantern?
That
That
is
is
a
the
great question to ask.
Do you not have your sheet open?
No, I do have my sheet open. I just don't remember if I sold my torches.
I mean, you had the
Because I'm like, well,
candelabra.
a lot of stuff has been. Yeah, that's right. I do have a candelabra right now. Let me go write that down.
You're like, do you
Is
have
it
a
is it a
light
really
source?
silly thing to carry around? Yes.
But does it provide light? Yeah.
Is it extra enough for Virgil? Also, yes.
Also, yes, because I'm human, so shit's fucked.
Oh Lord.
Like the only thing I got here that like I'm looking around and I'm like, I've only got two things in life
Sword and self.
and self.
Sword itself. You'll love to hear those words. So You have a light source. You would see that Ramses is kind of like. Would you present that light source? I wonder.
I will pull out the candelabra
you pull
and
it out.
uh,
You
I'll
pull it
pull.
out. You you whip it out, and and you see Ramses quickly. Like there's a quick 1 second laugh, and immediately stops. Like you just hear like, sorry. That is quite the light source indeed. It should be ample enough for the adventure here. I uh, would recommend then you get your rest. You wait till night begins to fall, and the hunt as they can begin.
Very well.
But before you head out so quickly, is there anything else you would like to grab? Anything else you would like to purchase? Anything else you would like to know?
Uh, None that I particularly think I need to know at this time.
I understand for you, but your wizard friend. What is your name, wizard?
I'm Oreos Nabisco.
Orios. Oh, quite a name for such a scholar. And I grant you thanks for the whole name. I don't want to ask for you being quite an inquisitive person nicely. Do you happen to have any questions? You seem to stare quite a lot.
Hmm. I just quickly just cast detect magic on his bunch of stuff to
I
see if
mean,
any of this is worth even looking at.
What
I
the
mean,
fuck have you given your character, by the way?
me?
Yes, you.
I mean, it's a card. Uh, so apart from the standard things my class would get, I have a card. I am a guild merchant and an artisan. I don't make the things. I sell the
Oh
things.
gosh. Okay.
Uh, so from the higher ups, I'm assuming there's at least a little bit of some quote unquote magical wares.
Okay. Hold on. Let me
Um,
pull up the magic tables.
I will be this layer's stand-in merchant, uh, i.e. and player for the time being.
Okay.
I apologize for putting more work on you.
No, you're fine. I just had to pull out the magic tables. All
Okay.
right. Got my books right here. I like books. Alrighty. So, there's a couple of potions of healing. There's a potion of long rest. There is a cap of water breathing. A lantern of revealing. A wand of magic detection. A wand of secrets.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, a belt of giant strength.
Hmm. If only we had someone there who was a strength-based character.
Absolutely sad.
Dang it! My 17 strength.
Um, a bag of beans.
Magic
Mm.
or just regular?
Wouldn't you like to know, Virgil?
I mean, we detected
You
magic.
wouldn't.
Yes,
You wouldn't
there
know
is
it's
magic
I know
magic.
beans.
precisely.
There is magic
Yes.
in these beans.
Yep.
Sending stones. A parapet of health. Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
Aha! There's more magic tables. Good. Good. Show you I don't actually look at the shit.
Oh, oh. Hold on. Sorry, I wasn't muted for this.
The
What a normal
fuck?
thing to laugh at.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. We'll get there. We'll get there when we get there. I'll tell you whenever we get there.
Gotcha.
Hmm.
Boots of speed. A
Mm-hmm.
flame tongue sword.
Mm-hmm. Let's see
Dust of
here.
disappearing. Winged boots. And a pillow that doesn't seem to have anything on it. But since you're using detect magic,
Hmm.
Gaster, what is on
So,
that pillow?
uh, so the thing you would notice, so you notice already that Ramses here is quite a beacon of magic himself. For a guy who's selling magic items,
Mm-hmm.
that's a given. But you notice on his right shoulder, there is another, I guess you could say, beacon of magic. This being a detect magic spell, you do notice that this kind of school of magic is illusion.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Well, is there anything here to your liking, Oreos?
I look to the. I'm assuming I don't like to go and try to touch the I assume to be invisible object on the pillow.
The invisible object is not on the pillow. It is
It
on
is on
his
my guy's
shoulder.
shoulder.
Oh,
So
I
like you,
see. Never
so
mind
you
then.
see, it's yeah,
Let's
it's like
see
on this.
here. Very well then. Hmm. The potion of long rest and the cap of water breathing.
How much money is
Hold on. I was writing down shit. I apologize.
that? It is. It is
Oreos, how much
perfectly
money do
fine.
you have? Out of curiosity, because I want to compare it to what I got.
Cap of.
This is called. I wonder if you're broke like me.
You broke.
Or alternatively, I just want to see how much of it.
That's
What's the
nothing I
wage gap
can't give.
between the
I can't give that
and
to
the
Gaster, otherwise
player
he will
or
have
the
cause
paladin?
problems.
What? No.
I'm not
What makes you
giving
think?
you the fucking
Mm-hmm.
deck of many things again.
No. You can't be.
Okay, uncommon magic items. It's like what, 150?
Yeah,
Yeah, 150.
roughly.
And the potion of long rest, we'll say 100. So it's 250.
So he kind of thinks of this on his head, trying to do the math, and then he'll say to the guy,
Hmm.
"That is going to be 250 gold pieces."
As he holds up as Oreos holds up his broom of flying to offer in trade.
Okay, hold on.
Oh,
I mean, yeah. To be fair, we do have a bunch of magical items that sell on top of everything else.
you have room of flying.
Yeah, that will easily
You sure you would want to trade in? You sure you want to trade in an object as sought after as that?
It's 150. You can knock off. Quite easily.
I already have my own means of flight.
Oh, of course. What was I thinking about that with a wizard? I will happily accept this. That will count towards 150 gold pieces. There is still the 100.
Very well then. Drops 100 gold.
You see, like, in Randy's mind, this is like, oh, it's fucking payday. As he takes the broom and like the money, the items go to Oreos. You now have potions.
Very well. Very well then.
Well, since it is still the daylight and the darkness is not set in just yet, again you should have your long rest, and in due time we can face the creature, win the day, and
Indeed.
be on our way.
Hmm. I will do so and commence with the meditations for my long rest.
And I'm just gonna go sleep.
And Ramses is gonna, sleep himself, but before that, close up shop and everything. Got
I wrote down my studies. I think I said all of them. I don't know. But, yeah. Yep. You take a long rest, and whenever you come out of your trance and out of your nap, it is twilight. You see the tidal pools have moved a little closer.
All right. I'm going to be casting my gift of alacrity and my mage armor.
All right.
Wait, what?
What do you mean?
I see. Sorry, I was still in the call, but like I got like for a couple seconds got called by my sister about food, so I
Ah.
don't know if I missed anything.
It's now twilight, and it looks like the tidal pools have gotten closer.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
This doesn't work.
Just give
I
it
feel
a
like I
quick
got any
minute. Your
rituals.
food has arrived.
Poco, ¿qué pasa?
¿Qué pasa?
Who's be texting me?
I gotta remember that I have this power. I'm like, wait, I'm a paladin. I have the ability to do things. I could have done that last night. C'est la vie. I'll have to remember that for next time I rest, though. Remind myself that I can do stuff.
All right. You've had your long rest. Add your HP. Add your spell slots. As
I get all mine back.
yeah. If you would like, make me a perception check. I'm not going to force you if you
If
don't
I
want
would
to
like.
tries.
And if I say no, it's just okay. You know what? I will
Look at that.
perception check. I could do such a thing. Will it work? No,
Who knows?
but I
Who
could.
knows?
Damn, that's
Better
actually
than me.
crazy that you got a +9. Or no, you got a +2 and you rolled a die. Crazy. I
That's
picked up where you
crazy.
left off.
And what does Orius do?
Would you look at that?
Wow. Well, you see closer up to you a couple of jawbreakers just rolling around. Ah. Hold on.
He's okay.
I need to actually turn my status to do not disturb because it keeps binging.
Bidding, bidding.
Ba-ding, 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 ba-ding. Here.
Alrighty.
All right.
So Jawbreakers are a munchin.
No, jawbreakers are just rolling around.
I mean, yeah, they're rolling around. Sorry, I'm just thinking about eating because I got food right in front of me.
I already curbed my desire for food, thankfully.
I may or may
Oh,
not have just gotten another DM to admit that they have changed all sorts of stats mid combat. Oh well. Anyway,
Yeah, that's fine. It happens.
these
that
what it
happens.
is.
Is it your sister? No, I'm kidding.
It's my brother-in-law. Anyway,
Hey, your brother-in-law. Okay, one of them.
one of them.
So
I have an odd question for anyone. Who here can comprehend any of the elemental languages or giant?
It's
he
Do you have comprehend languages?
How far?
I do.
How much of a difference is dwarf to giant?
That's an
I
entirely
have
different grammar set, my guy.
I have comprehend languages.
Oh well, I tried.
he does. I don't have comprehend languages, but I know one of the elemental languages.
All right, so
It's the fire one.
yeah, that's not gonna work. Oreos, you start hearing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold on. Where is 6? One of my gold coins is missing. Ah, one of the smaller ones must have gotten it. Oh well. Off to check the next title pool. 1, 2, 3. Oh, there is 6. Very good, very good. I won't have to eat this title pool's one yet. It's very easy to see something moving. As you just see a gigantic jawbreaker start to roll
Mm-hmm.
and pick up speed before stopping and opening up. And a large eye snakes out with a tentacle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the vase is right there. Good, good. I won't have to eat this one yet. Rolls. Rolls. Until it gets to the one that Virgil was at.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2. Someone's been in my title pools. And at this point, you guys all see it. This thing opens up fully, and you see 6 large tentacles snake out from inside the jawbreaker, and a large octopi rears to full height.
Damn. All right. Well. So
Gaster, this has been this is the beast that you've
This is-
had to encounter and possibly bribe to leave you alone.
yeah, but now I gotta be these people's guide, so I can't just let him eat someone. So I was just like, there was a heavy contemplation of like, do I just betray this man? No, he gave me the gold coin. I can do it. And so
Goodness.
this man opens his jaw up, and I'm going to cast a spell at this guy.
Okay.
I'm going to cast hold a monster. It needs to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw.
Oh, good. Yeah, I'm
Do,
also
do.
playing D&D. So you can just take them.
12.
12? Yeah, that's a fail. See you, man.
Heart.
So hold monster. This guy is paralyzed for the duration of the throw. At the end of each round, it can make a new wisdom saving throw. So right now it is paralyzed, and as it is paralyzed, and I am holding concentration at it, my guy Ramsey will immediately just immediately just shout out, "It is a bit paralyzed! Kill it! Kill
Hmm.
it!"
Hmm.
All right, I guess we'll immediately jump into action, or at least I will.
All right then.
All right, let's beat the shit out of this thing.
It is
Do we?
currently 60 feet away from you.
Mm-hmm.
And
Hmm.
roll me initiative. Oh, no.
All right.
Hey, look at that! Oh my lord!
Oh wait, that's not right.
How are you fucking with this? Why?
Don't worry, I'm getting hit with this as well.
Oh, so just one of these days.
Just one of
Oh,
those
okay.
days.
Well, okay. Well, that 24 is different.
Hmm.
Where did that? Wait, whoa! Where'd that come from?
Me.
He has proficiency.
Oh,
Or he takes
And
highest.
and I am a time wizard.
oh yeah! Holy shit!
Yeah.
Okay, I'm looking at this thing. Can I judge what this creature actually even is?
Yeah, quite easily.
And
It's an octopus. An octopus that strangely, instead of being quite on the larger side, is actually a small giant.
hmm.
It seems to use the jawbreakers found in the environment as a way of shielding itself.
Hmm. And we were told that we had to destroy this creature in order to progress further on our path.
Yes.
Yes.
Hmm.
If you want to be specific in wording, though, he said deal with it.
Hmm. All right then.
Use for fatigue.
In which case, it's paralyzed, correct?
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. This thing is
Uh,
paralyzed.
Which means it automatically fails all dex saves.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, this is gonna hurt.
Oh boy.
As disintegrate.
Oh, you'll love to see it.
Wow. Yeah, that is gonna hurt.
Disintegrate.
Beautiful.
Where's my video?
Plus 40.
I take
Whoa!
to the air and end my turn.
All right. It is the giant gummy coconut octopus's turn.
The saving throw is at the end of the turn, so it'll have to end its turn.
Yeah, it can't really do anything. I mean, it can, but I'm being nice. I'm joking. It's a wisdom save, right?
Yep. No.
Yeah, welcome to me rolling like shit. It's still...
Oh,
Oh.
It's
it
fine.
happens.
Dude, it's fine. You
Oh,
got... This is, what I have to deal with for the fact of accidentally overlap having a monster stronger than fucking Tiamat. Anyway, Virgil, it's your
All
turn.
right.
it's only fair.
Eat this guy's ass. Sorry, I didn't mean
What?
to say it like that.
Beat? I'm sorry,
Beats?
was there a bee in there, or were we omitting the bee?
Sorry.
Heavy
There is
judge.
no.
Oh,
I
not
didn't
him
even start.
again.
So sorry.
Okay.
I couldn't help myself.
Please.
I
Virgil, it's
just,
your turn.
I'm half using that moment of shock to just decide what I want to do right now.
I'm so sorry. He is
Uh,
paralyzed,
uh,
so like melee
He
hits
is,
on this guy is
however,
gonna
60 feet away.
Oh.
60 feet away, and that's okay because I can just use whatever my phone wants to text me about. I can just use my dash
There.
to cover some ground. Yeah, I can just do a dash if I ultimately need to.
All
I
right.
just wanted to double check to make sure I didn't have any good range spells.
Do you not have Misty stat?
No.
Cringe. Understandable.
Oh,
Do you?
I got this.
He got
I
this.
don't
No,
have
he
50
got this.
step.
Let
You
him.
don't
Let
have
him cook.
Misty
Oh, okay. Let him cook.
I
Let
would
him
like
cook.
to flame strike though. I'd like to cast flame strike.
Oh my.
Dashing is your entire action, my guy.
No, that's before I dash. I realized I'm like, wait, I could
Oh.
just cover the distance in the spell.
Yes. Okay. Do so. Good.
Okay, so vertical column of divine fire roars from the heavens on the creature that I specify.
Yeah. And
So how big is this creature, by the way? I'm just asking out of
it
curiosity.
classifies as huge.
Huge. Okay, so it easily fits in a 10-foot radius.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I needed to make a dexterity saving throw.
It automatically fails because it is paralyzed.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All good with me then. I gotta go and
Roll that damage. Roll the damage.
So this thing was supposed to be able to dive, but held
it's
action
gonna
went off.
take. It's going to take 24 damage. You can either split it perfectly down the middle between fire and radiant, or specifically
Do
just
some kind of-
choose,
Do some kind of-
9 radiant and the rest fire.
Hold on, let me check if I've got any. Nope, cool.
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, it kind of ate the damage.
Okay. That's fine by me.
All right.
Is this now I got a question here. I'm going to really quickly poke and prod a quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, wait, I just realized. Oh no. Yeah, okay. You know what? No, I've answered my own question by reading for 3 seconds longer.
Understood.
All right, that's my turn.
Gaster, I'm not saying your character's name because I can't remember it. Anyway,
It's okay.
it's your turn.
Ramsey. It's Ramsey's turn.
Ramses.
Ramsey's is going to see that these guys have decided to go the route of killing it. Happy as ever since he doesn't have to bribe this fucking thing anymore. And is going to cast fireball at that creature. And since I am a warlock, it's going to count as a 5th level fireball. No deck saves because it fails it, so the damage is just getting rolled.
Go for it.
That's what you love to see.
Please,
Okay.
just one shot this one. It'd be so fucking funny.
Let's see. 10. Okay. Whoa, I was gonna roll even more damage than I should have. 33 fire damage.
All right. Well, it's not dead. It is getting
Does it look?
crispy.
I do wonder. So those things are not hollowed out, or are they?
The uh the jawbreakers that it's using, yes, they are hollowed
Yeah.
out.
Damn. All right. I thought it would have like heat metal itself. That's all right.
There is no metal.
Well, no, because Jawbreakers, when you heat them up, the heat is more in the middle
Ah,
instead of
yes.
outside.
Orios,
That's why I was just wondering.
it's your turn.
All right then.
It's below 50 HP.
Hmm.
Hey!
You one round. Jeez.
We demolished the
All right
fuck
then.
out of this guy.
God
Plus fucking 40? Ah.
7th level disintegrate.
Yeah!
Yeah, no, it's dead.
Turned to dust.
The teleporter
You see,
goes.
you see Ramsey stare at that fucking thing as it basically just starts fizzing out of existence. It's like, oh, my master is going to have such a wonderful time with your ass, you fucking creature. Tell him I said hi.
It seems like this thing was actively causing the tidal pools to appear because all the tidal pools disappear, and you are left with all of the ill-gotten gains that this thing has gotten.
You see, like,
Very well
Ramsey is
then.
starting to clap like crazy, like cheering and like in a cheerful way. He's like, "Wonderful! That is so wonderful! I knew I could trust my new companions. Well, the monster is defeated. It's loot up for your hands, and your gate right there."
Hmm. Very well then.
Happy to help.
Begins to. Yep. Let's just go through. Let's divide up the treasure.
All right, so
Sounds fair
in
enough.
total, 40 gold, 50 silver, 40 copper, parapet of wound closing, and several ornate vases.
Ramses is immediately going to jump on the bases, and I mean that metaphorically. He does. He could just. He's the rest. Everyone could take the rest. He just wants the bases.
You
I would like to
actually.
take the parry up.
Oops, sorry.
I would like to take the parry up to wound closing.
All right. Yeah, Ramses actually had to use the ornate vases as
Mm-hmm.
He's
as a
got his
bribe.
bargaining. He's got his bargaining chips back. He's kind of like, oh, and I loves it gold and it's it loves on me. Oh, I am so free.
Congratulations, you guys in record time did a layer.
That's what you love to see.
All right. The
This
teleporter is right there.
episode was brought to you by Hold Creature.
Then let us go then.
All right.
Yeah.
The two women follow you through the teleporter.
The DM of D of Ends.
Mm-hmm.
So, actually, never mind. Do you wish for Ramses to follow these guys?
That is up to you because we have more session to do.
Ramses will not be immediately going through the portal, but he will go through it in a minute.
Sounds good to me.
I mean, you have to get your cart going.
Well, yeah,
He
you
has to
guys
get his
are.
card. He has to get his card ready, and he is going to be talking with some other people, and then he'll make his way through.
Sounds good to me.
All right. Um. So, welcome back to hot. This time it's a dry heat, and you notice that the entirety of the area seems to be walled off. Half of the entire cake is walled off with a absolute massive wall. That's what walled off means. Anyway, we are
Mm-hmm.
in the devil's food because I accidentally put Glacier Peaks in front of Sprinkle Highlands. My bad.
This is doing irreparable damage to the environment.
These are names I know. Totally.
If you go into Game Channel, it's pinned.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. The cake.
The cake.
God damn, that's some cake.
Damn.
Past the wall are gigantic mountains. And at the base of the wall, which is easy to see because it's the only thing made out of white chocolate, while everything else is made out of dark in milk chocolate. It looks to be an army encampment.
It is the place where the armies are at. Oh, they might want supplies.
What would you like to do?
Hmm. So we have a wall in front of us?
Yes. At the base of it seems to be an army encampment.
Mm-hmm. Curious.
Is it bossing Say's levels of big fucking wall, or is it kind of more like uh, a kingdom wall? I'm just talking this in relatively in like terms of height and everything.
It looks like it is definitely a defensive encampment.
Okay. I mean, I guess Ramsey's for himself, he's gonna be like setting up shop. He's gonna plop down somewhere nearby, and the soldiers. How far away are they? Roughly.
They're speckled. Some are 15 feet away, some are in their tents. Some of them are at the base of the wall, slumped up like they've been fighting for a long time. The young ladies go and start to heal. They look like they were sent. Maybe. Who knows? Though,
You see,
never mind. You continue.
you see Ramsey, he's gonna set up shop. Like he's gonna go find a spot, open it up, and see if there's any buyers, any potential people who are like, I'm gonna spend my money to this guy. Why not?
Alright.
I am going to inquire of the divination duck.
Alright. You hold up the rubber ducky. What is your question?
I wish to know if the army ahead of us are allied to our enemies or not.
Enemies are not as they seem. Allies are closer than they mean. This one may be of your enemy, but unknowns to them, they walk the same.
Ramses would like to try to beckon Virgil. He does have a question, another one of his many uh, for these guys.
Yeah.
Like he's just calling over Virgil. It's his choice whether he accepts the beckon call or not.
Pix.
Pigs.
Virgil.
It seems that Virgil has soul has been taken. You love to see it.
Direct.
Another satisfied customer.
Directly into the floor. Anyway.
In that case, next person, Oreos. He is gonna beckon over the wizard. Oreos, you are being called to by Ramses. Will you heed the call?
Very well, then.
So you go over to Ramses, and he is going to ask. So I've noticed. I will ask the question from my own curiosity, since you two are quite the new people. What is your business in these sorts of lands?
We ca- we arrived.
Yes, you have.
We we
You're right.
we arrived from a different part of the world and found ourselves in this strange, warped version of the Underdark. It is from there that we learned of the nature of the one who cast the spell upon this place, as well as their endeavors to awaken some sort of apocalyptic monster, and it is for that, to prevent that awakening, that we've traveled across these strange lands.
Oh, you are quite the nobleman indeed. Cataclysmic destruction. I wonder what kind of person would do such a thing. I understand completely. Well, in that case, it is quite good to know such a thing, Oreos. So, what have you gathered? These people seem dangerous.
Possibly, but it could be of some use.
Oh, I like the words like those. How shall we use the people?
Well, first we need to know what exactly it is that they are doing here.
How's about you leave that to me?
Very well, Roman. Do
So
your work.
you see that then this guy is going to bring out uh this candy version of liquor, and he's going to like close up the shop and make his way over to the people. He's basically gonna like just make a big show, like friends, comrades, and the other people with the weapons. I come bearing the gifts, and holds out the liquor.
Ugh. One of the soldiers looks up from his gruel. Liquor?
Silly.
It's been quite a while since we had a drink.
And so, why stop having it now?
Me, you take a cup and just like knock out some ash from it. There we go. Go on, pour me some.
You see him like pop the cork, and like he just starts pouring some away. And he does look at the other people. He's like, "Well, don't let it be just the one now. I assume all of you have worked so hard. Don't you all deserve a little reward?"
My comrades, I believe they are sleeping. You either sleep or eat whenever not on duty.
Oh, I understand. Sleep is quite important. Well, then it will be you for now. Tell me, what is your name?
My name is Xander. I am I am not one that is higher ranking. If you would like any specific information, you'd have to go to our Duke.
And where is your Duke?
Probably on the battlements again. We can't keep him off there. Well, we don't. If something doesn't change soon, we're all going to be dead men anyway.
Oh, I see. The battle with the enemies. Constant, never stopping marks of a warrior. Well, before I set myself off and ask him the big questions, I would like to know how much you know. If that is okay with the warrior like you.
He takes a sip and goes, information in exchange for liquor, I see.
Exactly. And to escape from the madness of his home.
That's fine by me. Ah, we have the
So,
frog.
the frog has arrived.
Ribbit. Simply ribbiting.
The ribbit frogging. I love that.
Dead frog.
Okay, calm down there. Alright, so, Lynn, you awaken, you're on a cart, but it's not like your regular cart. It's like a shop cart. And you notice the air smells of sulfur and ash. Anyway, we'll get to you here in a second.
That's an unusual smell given we're in Candyland.
It is quite the smell, ain't it? So like yeah, like you see like he's going to just put down the bottle. It's just going to be all for him since it says that kind of exchange. And so he's going to ask Zor, the warrior you, Xandar. Could you tell me what is it that you're doing here?
Well, we've been fighting, unfortunately, a losing battle. A creature of some sort has, somehow been given a monstrous form and, it's taken over this land. It wasn't always, this bad. It wasn't so damned hot. He takes another drink. Oh, this is good.
I see, so a battle with a monster, which was never always a monster. And who are you? Not you, but your people, your warriors.
We're troops under the command of Duke Licorice. Once he was a rightful noble, a devil.
You said when
And unfortunately, we had to get rid of our old ways in order to try to protect ourselves. Now we sit here, demons under a devil, protecting something. He takes off his helmet, and you notice that he has more animalistic features: a snout, horns, stuff that is more akin to feral animals. And he takes and he just chugs the bottle. Couldn't stand having that thing on anymore.
So you're
Xander's.
not
Mm,
okay. So you're not the loyal to your people, or are you?
I'm as loyal as I need to be. Whenever this place finally falls, we're all gonna die anyway. Might as well go out in a blaze of glory. Hell, pandemonium is better than this.
Pandemonium. So you want an escape? You want the out of here?
Xander's going to look directly at you. Warlock, I have no need of your escape. My soul is long been sold to a devil. Xander is the only human thing I have left. A name and nothing more.
I respect your choices, and I understand completely. So you accept your fate, death, as meaningless as this? I do not think it is a way to go out from such a warrior. I feel like there is more one can do for themselves in such times of need.
Xander's going to continue looking directly at you. But this time he puts back on his helmet. We have been fighting for 3 months straight, losing footing every time we darn well throw a sword. The Duke says that we have to fight, and so we do. All of us here have lost our souls. All of us bet our souls against immortality and lost. So we are under his command.
I understand. Well, I am still glad I have given you the joints. It seems you really are in need of the forms of the escape. Well, I thank you, Xander, for having such conversations. I will let you know if anything else is to happen.
Hmm.
And you see, like, he just kind of leaves the bottle and he kind of makes his way back to uh, Oreos. Sure, Oreos. These people are working under a Zevo. The name's Zeduk. They are demons, is what they are. Sold their souls already. They lost against their house. And now they fight for meaningless battle to defend something. It seems as though if we want some more information about this place, we must talk to Zezuk. And Zeduk is out there. How do you feel about the horrors above beyond your imaginations? How do you feel about horrors beyond your imagination? I don't know. What do you want me to say?
I was on mute.
Oh
Oh,
no!
As
whoops.
yeah, I've been talking. As he is just
Oh,
like, yeah. I heard you were Yeah, it was something where I heard you talking, and I thought you were replying to me. Anyways, demons working for this Duke.
This Duke is a devil.
That is most interesting.
Very much
Dukes
so.
and demons hate each other.
Exactly. The demons here were once people, but they bet their souls against their immortality, the grandeur of life, and they lost, as always. And so they fight,
Interesting.
for they got no other options. But we need more information about this location, and it seems
Indeed.
as though the Duke is outside the walls.
Interesting. Now,
Like he's on
is this
top of
group
the
of
walls.
demons trying? Is this group of demons trying to protect and use the wall to protect against something, or are they trying to besiege it? What is the nature of this thing that they're,
So
this task they're up to doing?
the wall is the protection against something. The demons here are protecting something, but they didn't tell me what that is. That information seems to be outside.
Interesting. Very well then.
They look like they won't be telling much anyways. The rest of the soldiers are sleeping, and the one, Xander, its name, seems like it's more crestfallen. So they more.
I will. I may have to require further inquisition by myself, or by my own ears. Show me to this, Xander.
As they wish. And like he'll kind of point to Xander, who is just the one sitting drinking the alcohol.
Hmm. So, greetings, Xander. So, from what I take it, you and your pack of demons made a bet against this devil, lost, and are now bound into service to him, correct?
You seen right through me. Your warlock friend didn't.
Though I find it curious. If you were slain, would you not merely be returned back to the abyss where you came from?
He'll set down the empty bottle. The abyss that we came from was torn to this horrid place. We die and we appear back here behind the wall. And yet, here we are.
And you were ordered to defend this wall, correct?
Mm. To defend any land behind it. So I suppose so.
Interesting. I was told there's some sort of threat that you are fighting on the other side, then, correct?
Yep. You got it in several.
Interesting. And you were. Hmm. And your service simply does not end. You are bound to continue to fight in this way eternally.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
If I still had a soul or anything similar, it'd be nothing more than a shriveled grape. What do you
Of
call
course.
it? A raisin?
Hmm. Tell me, describe, what is this creature that you, as so many of your fellows, have continued to fall against?
I myself have never seen the creature, but has been slain by it several times. I need to actually look it up because I have it written in my notes.
She has it written in her notes.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Hold on.
I honestly could be like a backup singer. Sorry, it was just like a random thought in my
Yeah.
head.
I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Alright.
Thing, and then like that's about
Mer-
it.
mermaids are classed as humanoid.
Oh well, hey, look at that.
Eh, hello.
Hello, sorry about that. Um,
You are fine.
I might have to get a new one. Anyway,
Uh-huh.
that's
Yeah.
like $200. So, where were we? We were talking about Xander telling
Uh-huh.
you what he knows.
Yeah, about whatever this monster is.
I don't know exactly what this being is. All I know that it burns when I get anywhere close to it.
Interesting.
The only one that has
Very interesting.
survived one encounter with that is the Duke. And that's mostly because he's a devil, not us.
I see. Interesting. Very interesting.
You see Xander look at the empty bottle. It's close to whenever the Duke comes back from trying to hunt this thing.
Hmm.
And that's right on cue. Something crawls over the wall and then shrinks to that of a normal sized person.
Hmm.
And it seems to be getting closer to you. Glenn, have they actually caught you up on what the fuck is happening?
Yes.
Okay, good.
We try our best, especially while we have downtime.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Who's cooking up a storm?
Oh, I'm sorry. That's me. I'm cleaning dishes while playing D&D.
Mm-hmm.
As you do, as you do.
As you do.
So, weird thing, climbing across, changing form, and then heading our way.
Mm-hmm. Xander quickly
Interesting.
scurries into the tent away from this humanoid-looking form. Well,
And
humanoid-looking being.
Ramses is like scurrying away towards the cart.
Ramsey knows exactly who that
Who's going
is.
on? Oh, is in my time. I say go. And just goes right into the cart.
Mm-hmm.
Oreos, you get major bad juju vibes from this guy. Magical vibes.
Interesting. Naturally.
Virgil, you're a paladin. Do you know what
Mm-hmm.
devils look like under divine sense?
Mm-hmm. I've also got whatever protection from good and evil just constantly going on in the background.
It
Or
can't
is-
get
yeah,
close
just
to you
protection.
right now.
Understood, though.
It's just all of you, including Glenn, get the feeling that this thing is not to be fucked with.
Mm-hmm.
And here it is just walking up to you like it owns the place.
Yep.
As it might well do.
Yes.
It has taken the form of a normal looking tiefling.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, I see we have guests. and I have to go find the artwork that I made for it.
I. Oh wait, no, she just.
You're not there.
I do have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Since I have gone to the car, would I notice that he has arisen, i.e., the player that got here, the frog?
Yes, the frog.
So, frog,
Ribbit.
you. I'll make this one a little bit shorter and sweeter. So you hear something opening in the car, and quickly you see a very much showman-like person with the rose, with the twin tails at the back. You see this guy have a cane with an eye that kind of stares and looks around. And you guys, this one guy with like kind of a chocolatey skin and like kind of these bumps all around him. Uh, and you would see uh and like you would see like all these jewels and everything on him, like jewelry and everything. He goes in and he sees you, and he kind of just goes like, "Oh, you're awake."
Interesting.
Good morning. I think that was some people say.
Glenn will slowly blink, his hand resting upon the scabbard of his sword, keeping it very close. Good morning indeed. You're
Oh,
you are staggeringly decorated, dear minstrel.
oh, thank you. I like to keep myself in very much in the eyes. I apologize for this sort of deal. I noticed that some people were uh, out, as some would say. And so I decided upon myself to take some of you with me. Uh, do you by chance happen to be along with a wizard and the paladin?
Yes, they are my compatriots. Pray tell
And
why.
do and do their names happen to be Virgil and Oreos?
You are indeed correct.
Okay, so you are there with them. Uh, they are out of the cost and they open. If you wish to be with them, I am Ramses von Goldbra, and I am your guide and your quote unquote companion for the journey.
I see.
I recommend you not be out there right now. There is a devil out there, and it is not a pretty one.
If you mean to say that a fight may start while my compatriots are outside, I may need to intervene.
Uh, well, your choice is your choice. I just want to let you know there is quite some trouble out there.
Well, it would be foolish of me not to aid my friends. Regardless, uh, Glenn will push himself up using his sword as leverage and step off from the cart.
Glenn, in front of you stands a tiefling. One that looks like he's gotten one of his horns cut off. He is wearing orange-ish armor with a single pauldron. No, sorry, two pauldrons. One of which has a cape attached underneath. It looks like he's also got a scarf against his neck.
Glenn will bow his head as a honourable knight would.
Hmm.
Oh, your
The
friend has
devil?
woken up. Yes, the devil has taken the disguise.
Oh yeah, no, but we bow
Interesting.
into the fucking devil.
A good greeting to you.
So, you are the Duke Licorice, correct?
It is the part that I play, correct?
Hmm. The one who is overseeing and dealing with this threat on the other side of the wall.
Yes, and a
But
threat to only us, it seems to be.
only you.
Ugh. No other aid seems to be coming our way, so I believe that we've been left to our own devices. So yes, only me. Not only us.
Knows. What is the nature of this enemy you face?
Have you ever come across a bunch of dragon bones and thought, huh, that's interesting. I wish it doesn't appear to be alive?
Ah, I see now.
Good. Have
That explains quite a bit. Though I'm curious, if it is what you say it is, how does this wall protect it? Can't it simply fly over?
It can, with much problem. There are wards that I have been allowed to erect to keep it at bay, but like the wards I've set up before, they fail after a couple of days.
Interesting.
We have lost so much of headway because I've never had the ill fortune of actually meeting with one of these.
Interesting. So, a question. And also, I want to recall something. Uh, have we heard, we've heard of the Duke of Licorice before, way back in the Myconid village, did we not?
Yes. He is the quote unquote brother of the other Duke, Duke
One who I
Swirl.
believe was betrayed?
Betrayed and killed, and his body dumped next to the Myconid village. Yes.
I see. By the Duchess, who's the
Yes.
one who's trying to summon the Terasmisu?
Yes.
I see. Now, did we know if if Duke Licorice is in league with the Duchess or not?
You do not know.
Hmm. Well, best to inquire then. Tell me, what is your relationship with your sister-in-law?
My part is that I'm supposedly her loyal knight and brother in law. However, as she has abandoned me, I have slipped into more of my something akin to my old self.
Hmm. Yes, I can see as much.
Didn't mean to startle you as I came back into the camp. Just
At any
makes it
rate,
easier.
so how did this all get started? I I'm assuming that you were meant to be the guardian of this section and then did this creature, this Dracolich, arise from the just simply appear, or has it been a constant threat, or what have you?
I need to do something really quick. Uh, give me the stat block. Oh, it's not a Dracolich. But I was the patron of whoever was actually here. And due to my active influence, I was brought here as well.
Hmm.
The form you see before you is my old, let's just say it, gopher. But it's not exactly a dragon lich. It's more of a hollow dragon situation.
Ah, inter- now that is interesting.
It's a pain to deal with. Every time it falls apart, I think I get it far enough apart, and, well, it snaps back together after a couple of days.
Now, this thing, did it simply appear out of nowhere, or was there some root cause that led to it being in conflict with you?
It's my belief that it came the same way I did. It was drawn here, and then it got stuck. So it's trying to break out using any way necessary.
Hmm.
And right now it's being a pain in my ass because I have a rule to play, and none of the other people decided to actually help me with it.
I see.
You know what they did? They promised to let it free, and it believed them. Desperate enough to even let them pass through the teleporter.
Very interesting.
But if it keeps being out like this, I don't believe this lair will last longer.
Hmm.
And I believe if your
Interesting.
friends were any of the people that went ahead of you, they might be stuck on the next layer. He's a interesting one.
I would imagine so.
Anyway, stay and help or pull the same stuff as your friends. You are free to do that. I cannot interfere, even though I really would like the help.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Right now, it is on its downturn, so I can go and check on the wards. But if I can get
Most.
any of you to go and find any of the pieces of it and move it far enough away, it would be most helpful.
Hmm. Possible. We must likely confer and decide then on what to do.
Go ahead, I understand you adventuring types like dilly-dally. He will turn and walk towards the wall.
One last question.
Hmm?
If you were found to no longer have to deal with this creature, would you cease your alliance with the Duchess and
Easily.
her mad schemes?
Easily.
Hmm. Interesting.
Oh, don't do it.
Good to know.
Oh,
As
and tell your warlock in there that he is not under my jurisdiction, so I'm not going to cause him any problems.
That doesn't matter, Mr. Sod.
as I go to speak of the rest of my fellows.
Right, and he will turn and go and work on the wards on the wall.
Well, the surprise
Mm-hmm.
didn't last long. He was either like Ramses like was watching the whole time, like through a little peephole of the car, seeing the guy went away, he goes back
Uh-huh.
out. Uh Oh, the wizard, you've done it. And your hasn't died. That is good news. That is good news.
Of course not. At any rate, we have a decision to make. It looks to Virgil and Glenn Frog.
Giggly. Yeah.
Why?
Boo. No, I'm making a joke though.
Ribbity.
Mm-hmm.
You outcast her cute.
It seems we are at the crux of another moral dilemma, friends.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, a former ally to the Mad Duchess that we are dealing with is having this problem, and his loyalty and interest in helping her has waned. So, we could either help this former ally of hers in order to gain his allegiance, or side with the thing that is causing him this much problem, a undead dragon of good alignment, a hollow dragon.
Hmm.
That sounds like it would be in our good interest to at least see what happens with the good dragon. Could always use a strong ally like that.
Possibly. Fortunately, at the moment, he seems to be scattered.
Mm.
But it's possible we could at least try to communicate him while he's discombobulated.
It is worth a look.
Hmm.
Try. All right.
Agreed.
So what will you need us to do?
Well,
Like,
we'll need to travel to the other side of this wall, first of all, and there be able to glean a bit more about the situation and what the best play would be for us.
all right.
All hollow dragons have. They are not merely simple undead. They typically exist for some sort of purpose. Once we know what the purpose is this dragon has, well, once we know its intentions, then I think we can make the determining factor in what we do.
Sounds good to me.
So simply need to travel to the other side of the wall.
What did you say?
Easier said than done.
Just for once, I'd like it to be right down the road.
Well, it was right down the road. What last layer?
You need not worry, friends.
As the
As I
devil.
you were saying,
Has the devil said anything more sinister to you?
hmm, merely that he is discontented with this status quo, and that they said they would ally with us against the Duchess if we dealt with this particular problem, though how much I will believe that is up to debate. But for the moment, ambiguity will aid us far better. So we would continue. So it's best if we continue on as a neutral party before we decide as to which side of this conflict we are going to join.
I see, I see. Well, I follow you. I am your guide, but the choice is up to you.
Hmm. All right. So to get to the other side of the wall, Well, first off, I want to investigate these wards that the Duke is casting upon the wall. What exactly do they do
It seems
specifically?
it keeps out. It tries to keep out anything divine, like
Interesting.
creating a plane for himself here.
Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. At any rate, in order to facilitate our travel, I will spend a 4th level spell slot, cast Fly on our on Frog and Virgil. I already gave the flying broom to
Oh
the
yeah!
group.
I forgot all about that.
That was
Yeah,
not even 2 hours ago.
I know.
And so we fly, so we may fly over the wall onto the other side and possibly locate at least a piece of this hollow dragon.
Easy enough.
Easy enough. Works than me.
She.
The brain rot is infectious. Anyway, you guys make it over the wall very easily. Looks like the staff on the wall don't give you much mind.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. That's good.
In front of you sets jagged peaks of a sharp dark chocolate crags.
Hmm.
All around seems to be large troughs full of lava, but it's flowing so slowly you might be able to walk on it without any sort of issue.
Hmm.
The heat is bearable for now.
Interesting. From a bird's eye view, I be going to journey along and try to see if we can find a hunk of dragon metal.
All right. Roll me Arcana.
Okay then.
Because perception is not going to help you.
Mm-hmm.
23. All right. It's not hard to figure out where large pockets of old undead dragon would be.
Mm-hmm.
At first, you find. Oh, let me actually read what on earth this is. You find a leg.
Interesting.
That's where I left it.
The
The
closest
All
left leg
right
thing
of a
then.
is
toady.
Terrible.
anyway.
Mm-hmm.
What would you like to do with this leg?
Interesting. Interesting. Hmm. I do not know if this dragon is. Hmm. Does it seem to have any sort of presence or will currently inside of it, or does it seem to be completely dormant and un and just inert?
Huh.
Huh?
I'm honestly trying to figure out if they are classified as inert, if they are broken apart.
Coin flip time.
Coin flip time.
Mm. You know what? We're gonna give it. It doesn't actually say, so I'm gonna say that this part is inert. But you get a
Mhm.
sense, since you have one of the legs where the other leg would be. This seems
All
like
right
it
then.
is over one of the large mountains.
Hmm.
It would take you a day to get across or
Hmm.
around.
All right. Laying that.
Oh, go.
Going to
Fuck off.
going
Jeez, thank you.
to So I forgot how many times a day can I use the ducky?
Uh, that's a great fucking question. It's not there. Hold on. I think that's in our DMs.
So I think I was just wasn't I just this session given extra charge of it or something?
Mm-hmm. I think we said it was like 1 plus your intelligence mod.
All right then. Then I'm going to ask it: would siding with the Duke or siding with the Hollow Dragon, which would be the better out? Which would be the better choice for us?
Both choices you make will be the fate for the cake. Whether good nor bad, it doesn't matter. What matters is the choices you make because it is the fate of the cake. Basically,
Hmm.
you don't. It is up to you.
Okay then. Interesting. Very interesting. Well, I know what my choice is.
And that would be.
Oh, clearly, work with the dragon and do dra- and destroy the wall.
Hmm.
So, may I ask, Zewani?
Hmm. I feel that gr- the spirit of a metallic dragon, if this thing is still as it should be, is a far more worthwhile ally and more trustworthy than the Duke.
Um, well,
Ultimately, can't find faults there.
neither can I when dealing with the devils. But is there an option to just, well, oh, I have to get the card across. Well, the wall has to kind of go down. Okay, I mind them. So I guess I can't find anything to go against. So I say I am with you to take down the wall. Should we try to talk with the dragon first?
Well, the thing is that it's going to take some time for it to reform. I don't know
We don't
how
even.
long ago it was that they tore it apart, and I don't know how long it'll take before it reforms.
We don't even know if the dragon will be willing to ally itself with us.
That is the issue if we do this. And
Uh,
if we,
the duck said that it would ally with us, that both choices would end up working in our favor equally.
But
Mhm.
was it? Is it what?
You wish to place the fate of the cake in the words of a duck.
This duck was bestowed upon me by my companions. So yes.
Uh,
Alternatively, if we would like a I'll say second opinion, but like a better understanding of it, I can always commune with my god and see if they have any insight.
Very well.
Just as valid as the duck, I feel.
Well, if
Perhaps.
you do say that, well, if what you say is true with this duck, that the choice you make changes the fate of the cake, then it's worthy to, as you say, get a second opinion.
Fair enough. Commune with your god.
Oh boy, Kai. Guess who gets to talk to the same motherfucker that we always talk about?
Oh, fuck.
His
Okay.
god, his god is
I
I'm going
wish
to
to
commit a
ritual
heresy.
cast commune. This will take a little bit of time, but just if you put your faith in me, I shall put my faith in my god.
I'm going to commit a
And then you'll
heresy.
hear his name, and then you'll immediately lose all faith in me.
what? Is it just like Bale?
No, you'll see.
Sus.
For those who are playing in Kai's other campaign, you know the motherfucker.
The one, the only fucking
no!
puck.
Please.
He's
Yeah, I may
back,
or may not have
motherfucker.
I may or may not have made Puck my deity.
Oh my god.
What's great is
No.
Savage doesn't understand the problems that Gaster has with Puck.
Oh my god.
Like, how do I describe somebody that's always the root of all problems?
He's not always the root of all problems, but he fucking is, so I can't even say anything.
That's what I mean. It's like you say he isn't, yet he oftentimes is.
I don't know who it is we're talking about, but they sound like a piece of fucking work.
I know that's Puck for you.
Yes.
He is.
He is a
He is.
piece of fucking work.
He's a piece, alright. He's a piece of shit.
God,
Goku, you can't
so
say Goku, you can't say those kind of things anymore.
Alright.
all right, so we have. I just need to go make a little area. Uh, I have a handful of things. One of those is a thing of water. Like it just asks for a vial of water.
Alright.
I can do that pretty easily. Especially if it's asking for holy water, because I can just boil the hell out of it.
Anyway.
Kill
That's great.
yourself.
Now, DM, I'd like to make death rolls real quick.
No.
Put yourself on the local news.
It's not looking good, lads.
Anyway. Puck enjoys the joke. So what are you asking him?
So I am asking him. I'm asking Puck. Hang on here. Is it worth our time pursuing either option for a favorable outcome? I have to ask yes or no questions, so you gotta bear with me here as I try to rules lawyer my way into getting what I want.
It is, because in the long run, it will be on your conscience. That's the feeling that you're getting.
Hmm.
Okay. Um, I will thank my God for bestowing on me this knowledge, and I will return to the party, informing them that the rubber duck was was correct in its observation of both outcomes are favorable for us.
Indeed.
Alright.
So, that being the case, my advice is that we simply wait for the dragon to reform, offer it an alliance, and then I get to show something I feel would be rather impressive.
I will trust your judgment, but forgive me for being wary.
No problem at all.
It's understandable.
Gaster, did you ever put a name to the archdevil you follow?
So should I put a name to them?
Do you have a name for the archdevil?
Ew.
Oh, it's not.
Swift.
It's not him. It's not him.
Name is not Phil Swift.
It's not Phil Swift.
Ah,
It is on the show to you and DMs.
okay.
That's that.
We need a warlock whose patron god is just the DM.
Hi, that's me.
Except he's a paladin.
He's a paladin.
Technically, all of them are the DM, but just don't matter.
More
Well, I mean,
specifically,
like-
though, Puck is a little bit closer to just the DM.
Well, you do have a warlock right now.
I meant like patron god is the DM.
Oh, fair.
Mm-hmm.
Be weird. But anyway, continue. Did, did Kai's power go out?
No,
She's
I'm
reading
reading.
a DM.
I'm reading shit because I have not had to deal with this motherfucker yet. Oh, thank fuck, I have not.
Same as it ever was.
Same as it ever was. Alright. Gaster,
Yeah.
you get whispers through the invisible creatura on your shoulder.
Yeah.
The queen would like if you did this. The one who has unimaginable power over fire and blood. She speaks of high praise against taking over this area. She does not like that other devil. No, she does not.
Hey, I'm glad we are aligned in choices now.
Congratulations.
Alright.
This is probably the only time that having an archdevil as a
Hey,
patron
Alright.
will actually grant you the power of, hey, go with the plot. It'd be
All
fitting.
right then. Good to know.
It's like good to know. Thumbs up. Like, all right. Hearing that, like Ramsey's just kind of like, yeah, I think that the dragon is a better option for better or for worse.
All of your gods and such, they point you towards this dragon.
If my god is intuition, then yes.
Seems the paragons themselves have faith in this dragon.
Indeed.
Paragons.
It's a very plot relevant dragon.
Yes, paragons.
Indeed.
Well,
No,
it's
this
more for like
paragon.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah, like this dragon is so important that literal three high power entities, the duck,
What?
the archfiend, and
Stop.
a dragon, have all
Yes.
said, "Hey, go with go with dragon."
To be fair, the
Like,
duck
Mhm.
said, "Choose your own adventure, Lamau."
Yeah, but
truly is.
I'm pretty sure the intention was, look, the dragon's just a cooler option, okay?
The dragon
It's just
is
objectively
cooler.
better.
Hey, if we were not gonna go with the dragon, I would have stolen this guy's bones. I'm not gonna lie.
Also,
Anyway,
Gasser has a secondary mission.
cast
Mm.
Hey,
resurrection on the
don't
dragon.
tell that.
At any rate,
But
that being the case, we've been
I
going
guess
for
I'll
about three hours now.
Yep. Do you guys want to finish, because this will probably take an entire uh new session? You guys already finished up one combat and done another.
Mm,
do we level up?
You guys are 17.
Come on.
Dang, I can't believe Gaster's transferred consciousness.
Anyways, all right.
So we can
If
finish for tonight.
alrighty. In which case,
Oh,
I need to head out. Good night, friends.
Good
Good
night.
progress made, and oh boy, I have some fun plans for next game.
I hope
I am
so. I get to learn a lot more between games. This is great.
I am
Good
sorry
night.
if I'm not paying attention.
You're fine.
Hey, it's okay, Noble. Remember that thing we were talking about before?
Yeah, I'm yeah, as I mentioned to like the others before, like I am terrible with like keeping up with D&D and stuff.
You're good. Don't worry about
Like
it.
I
No, it's
very
okay. He had a thing he wanted to ask.
Oh, yeah, what's up?
like I very easily forget details. I forget the thing I wanted to ask.
That's okay. He I recommended, and we kind of came to an agreement that it might be a good idea if you guys in DMs or whatever help keep him up to speed, like sit with him over like an afternoon, like an hour or two at max. I can't even imagine it would take more than an hour, and just write down stuff that Glenn knows at this moment in time.
Gotcha. Okay.
He's been trying to take notes in other games as well, but he's found that it burns him out very easily because he writes everything down.
Ah, gotcha.
And that's understandable. I used to write down everything. I got to a point though, I remember in my old Inkai's campaign when I first started playing it, I got to a point where I just wrote what my character was doing. Because I was like, there's way too much to think about.
yeah. Or like just write down big plot points and then leave it at that.